It's all made up again. Yeah. It's all made up again. It's all made up again. It's all made up again.
Hello and welcome to the All Made Up podcast with me, Lewis Coleman.
Me, Ben Hart.
And not Harry Stakini.
Yeah.
Today, you join us in the writer's room where we create a story like you and we have never heard before. Not quite knowing what's around the corner or what we'll find along the way, as this podcast is exactly what it says on the tin.
It's all made up. It's funny that, because I said I said I was going to do Harry's bit, then he just did the whole thing. You know what I mean? Yeah. I was sat there going...
I know, I forgot which bit was his.
He doesn't trust me, Susan. That's what, he doesn't trust me. Yeah,
Well,
he's like...
Today, in our writer's room, our lead writer is the fantastic Sooz Kempner.
Hi.
So, Sooz, how's your fringe been going? Tell us what your show is this year.
Oh, it's been going really nicely, thank you. My show's called Class of 2000. It's on at 4:40 at the Underbelly, Bristow Square. And I did the first 2 days of the fringe. And then I went off to Paris for 3 days to the Olympics. And then I got back last Monday.
Did you win?
I am the gold medalist in the shot put. Yes, congratulations to me. So basically the proper fringe has been going now for sort of 7 days for me.
Yeah. Yeah, and it's been going well?
Yeah, it's been really nice, thanks. We've had no massive complaints.
Quality. And you said the show's called Class of 2000, so is it like the theme 2000 or like, tell us a bit about the show itself.
Yeah, so I did my GCSEs in the year 2000, so I'm literally the class of 2000. I've never been quite sure what class I fit into, because I know that my family, we're a lower middle class family, but my mum's job is she's a professional dressage rider. So it's sort of
is that why you were in the Olympics?
That's why I went to the Olympics to
we
watch.
were joking.
I went to watch the dressage and sit there going, I could have done that, Denmark. So yeah, it's a show about that, but it's also looking at the year 2000 and how we all used to stink of Impulso 2 back then.
Brilliant. Right, okay, good. So, once again, I'll just go through the rules again. So we're all in a writer's room together, guys, okay? We're all in a writer's room. Sooz is our lead writer. In front of me and Ben, some mugs, okay? These are going to be our starting lines for the story. Sooz will pick 2 of these. We'll have plot line A and plot line B, and you guys decide which one we want to go with, right? Harry's head has curveballs. He's not here, but we'll just imagine he is. In here is curveballs, so these will send the story in a different direction. And in Bed's head is the finishing line for the story. Is that all sounding okay? So it's perfect. That's what I like. Yeah. But before we jump into them, guys, we need to build a character. We need to build a character together. So, Sooz, what would you like the character's name for today to be?
David Smith.
David Smith, yeah.
Something crazy.
Yeah. There's a lot of them.
So we've got David Smith, and in terms of a job, what we're thinking in terms of a job for David? Go on.
Yeah, just say your job.
A prostitute. Any advance on prostitutes?
Yeah.
What about you, sir?
Failed skydiving instructor.
Failed skydiving
okay.
instructor. Right, okay. He's just never got off ground.
Yeah. He just looks at planes and goes,
Yeah. One day.
Could have been me, that.
Yeah. I like that. Any advance on failed skydiving instructor? One from yourself, sir? Retired prison officer. Right, so, Sooz, any advance on them, or would you like to pick one of them 3?
I think I'm going to go with the failed skydiving instructor.
Okay.
Right, okay.
Perfect.
That's got pathos.
Yeah.
So, we've got David Smith, failed skydiving instructor. Where is David Smith from?
He's from the Cotswolds.
Nice.
Right, okay.
Yeah, he's dead posh.
Loves ice cream.
So he's got a bit of money.
Oh, he comes from money, but he's not allowed any of it.
Okay.
Right, okay. What do his parents do? Dressage or?
No, his whole family, they're all GPs.
Oh, nice.
Right,
Oh,
yeah,
okay.
so
okay.
David's a big letdown.
Okay, so can we put an age on David? What age are we thinking?
How old do you think David is? 56. David's 56.
56.
He's been trying for a while.
Yeah, right, okay.
I thought he's just started.
He's quit medicine.
Right, okay, I'm liking that. So parents are GPs. He's thought, you know what, I'm leaving the profession. I fancy doing skydiving.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But is a failed skydiving
Yeah.
instructor. So is it like you do your theory before you get out there? Like what element has he failed? Which means he can't do it.
I think he's
What's that? He's dead.
He said, and then he got a big F on the exam.
Yeah.
'cause he's
That's what they say when someone's died.
Yeah.
Oh, he's failed that. Oh, what a failure. Really tasteless.
Yeah. They used to give them a D for dead, but that's like a borderline pass, isn't it? Like,
Do you know dressage? No joke. Yeah, I'm that working class. I used to think dressage was somebody who dressed people.
that's good. That's good.
Yeah,
That's nice.
Yeah, then massaged him or something.
Yeah, dressage. Yeah. Oh.
Okay, I'm liking this. So, I mean, by way of applause, is he A, dead, or B, alive? So for dead, for alive.
Yeah,
Right,
yeah,
okay.
I
So
think
he's
he's
still
alive.
alive. He's still alive,
He
right.
failed. He failed because he's scared of flying.
Right, okay.
He loves being on the ground. He loves the bit where you touch the ground, but he can't get in that bloody plane.
That is so, but in his heart, he wants to. But
It is his passion.
This is great.
That's funny. It's like being a singer who's scared of crowds.
That's
like, yeah.
Barbara Streisand.
Yeah.
She's scared of singing in public.
But great at skydiving.
She's oh, she'll get in a fucking plane.
Right, okay, brilliant. So at the moment, we've got David Smith, 56, parents are doctors. He was a doctor, he's quit, but because he wants to become a skydiving instructor, but he's scared of being in the sky.
Yeah.
He just likes the bit on the floor for now.
Yes.
Okay,
Yeah.
I'm liking this. Do we want to find anything else out about David?
Oh, has he got any family?
Yeah, has he got any family?
He has a wife called Daisy Smith.
A very understanding wife. That sounds like.
No,
Okay.
no, she's just constantly says, I knew you'd ruin this, David. She just knew it wasn't going to work out,
She tells that to him.
and she says it. She says it in front of the kids,
I think you'd ruin this.
who they had the kids quite late as well. Like they had them in there because they both had careers. So they had their kids in their early 40s. So the kids are teenagers, and they have to hear about how David's just failed.
Okay then. So Daisy, she sounds like a lovely woman.
She's a good mum,
She's a great mum.
but a bad wife.
Well, can we put?
That's
a
on her
job?
Instagram bio.
Yeah. Can we put a job? So is she a doctor as well? Is that how them two met? or?
Yeah, she is, and she's actually higher up in the GP surgery than him.
Right.
So she was technically his boss.
Oh.
Right.
Yeah.
Okay. So
But she's a fair boss.
Yeah.
She's just a bad wife.
Right. I love that.
That's what she says about everything. I'm really good at everything, but I'm just an awful wife. Yeah.
Okay. And then you said kids. Is it 1, 2?
It's two teenagers.
Two
Nice,
teenagers.
okay.
Yeah.
And what do they think about David's skydiving sort of like, I want to do this now in his 50s? Are they pro
Well,
or against?
At first, they thought that sounded quite heroic until they went to watch him do his first skydive, and he refused to get on the plane.
They brought all the friends.
Yeah. They brought Gaza, Azza, Bazza, and Will.
Sounds like United Squad.
Right, okay, I'm liking this. So we built a bit of flesh on that character. We've got a bit of a storyline, but now we're going to get our plot line. So in this pot here is 2 starting lines for the story. Right. Where there is a blank, you're going to say David Smith and then finish it off.
Gotcha.
Okay. So take 2 of them, and then we'll vote after and see which one we want to go with.
Bloody hell.
Okay, right, yeah. 2 strong ones there.
All right. David Smith started to learn the panpipes.
So David Smith started to learn the panpipes.
And David Smith woke up in the midst of a nuclear war.
I tell you what, that could be quite good because it could be.
I do like that.
Yeah.
If anything is going to make you go, I can change my life, it's nuclear war.
Yeah, it's got to do it.
We've all seen Threads.
Right,
Yeah.
so plotline A was what, sorry?
Plotline A, David Smith started to learn the panpipes. And plotline B.
So for plotline A, which is the panpipes, by way of applause.
Yeah.
And then is in the midst of a nuclear war.
Oh, they love that.
Right,
What are
okay.
panpipes? Are they
Panpipes are
the,
Yeah, when they're like,
what, that awful thing that fella's playing on the mall out there?
Yeah.
Okay, right.
And then what we also do, guys, we get our finishing lines, which is where the story is going to end. So this is what
Okay.
we're going to work towards, okay? So if you take one of them,
Okay.
Sooz, and this is where we'll finish.
Brilliant. David Smith proposed to the love of their life.
Oh, well.
Oh, right. Oh, okay. So David Smith proposed to the love of their life, which
It's not his wife. Probably.
yeah, a bit of bigamy in this, but we don't mind. Okay, so first off, it's in the midst of a nuclear war. So has this just been declared as and he's been sort of drafted into the army as they're doing conscription now till 60. What are you thinking?
He was working alongside Robert Oppenheimer on the Trinity Project.
Okay. Yeah.
That is.
So
I'm liking where this is going.
That is a good niche reference.
I forgot to tell you, this is set in the 1940s.
Okay.
Nice. I'm liking this.
Yeah, I love that.
Okay, so it's set in the 1940s, working
In
along.
the Cotswolds.
Yeah, because that's where they built the nuclear bomb.
Yeah, there's lots of green space.
Okay, I'm liking this. So he was working as a doctor for, let's say, 40 years. And then he's obviously...
Since he was 16.
Since he was 16.
Yeah. Family trade.
Obviously...
He was really good doctor.
Yeah.
Yeah. Wait till it was World War
he's
II
like
and World War One. So.
Yeah, Doogie Howsered it. Yeah.
So it wasn't medicinal. It was like working on weapons of mass destruction.
Well, he was a GP, but when the war started, we've all seen Oppenheimer. They needed to build the bomb, and they said we need the great minds. And Oppenheimer, Oppie, went, get me David Smith on the phone.
Yeah,
He said,
but there's so many of them, they got the wrong one.
Yeah.
They were, shit, which one is it? Yeah.
They could have won that war a lot quicker.
Yeah, we had a plumber here last week. It's useless.
Yeah. Oh. Yeah, but that bomb never leaked.
Yeah. It leaks a lot of radiation.
Yeah,
it did actually.
which I think is bad.
Yeah.
I'm liking that. I'm liking that. So the idea basically is obviously Oppie needs help on the bomb.
To build the Trinity Project.
And he said, look, I need David Smith. I used to work with him back in the day.
Yes.
Top doctor. I want him down here.
Yeah.
David Smith took one look when he's got down there and gone, I don't want to work on this. I want to be the one who drops it.
Yes.
He's like, his hands.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Let go.
Yeah, he wants to skydive.
Yeah.
He wants to be the one who sort of is up there.
He thought that, he said his actual words, he whispered it out loud, and this would be in the story. He went, that sounds glorious. So
everyone's like, why are you whispering?
Yeah.
What?
Yeah. Oppie went, what? Like that.
Yeah, but I think the people who work on the nuclear bomb, so Oppie doesn't know that he's just failed his skydiving test back in the Cotswolds.
No, David's kept that very quiet because he knows the second Daisy finds out, she's going to be like Andy Capp's wife, like, oh no, you're fucking not.
Yeah.
Andy Capp had a lot of swearing in it.
Yeah.
So.
Yeah, I like the idea.
Yeah.
I like the idea, right? I like the idea of when Oppie's rang, his wife's picked up the phone, Daisy, and he's gone, is David in? Right.
So casual. Fancy building a nuclear bomb.
No, but what happens is his wife obviously picks up the phone and says like, who wants to know? And he's like, it's Oppie. Like, who? Oppenheimer. It's like, all right, okay. Can you pop him on? Because I want him to help with the nuclear bomb.
Yeah.
Pops him on the phone, and he goes, right, I'm coming down. But then obviously his wife knows that he can't be the one who skydives and drops with it, because she knows that he's failed it.
She knows he's afraid of getting in that bloody plane. And she was quite into it when Oppie rang and said, do you want to come work on the bomb?
Oh yeah, you would be.
She said, go on, he's mates with Einstein, and she thinks Einstein's great. He's so clever. He's admit it.
She's got a calendar.
An
Einstein calendar.
December's that picture of him going with a Santa hat.
It's just so wild.
Yeah. But what I'd like to see is a little act out between you two. So I want you to play Daisy for us, Sooz, and I want you to play David. And it's the conversation before David goes down to go and help with the bomb.
Yeah.
Okay.
Where is the bomb being built, by the way?
It was in America.
Yeah, it was in the desert in Nevada.
Yeah,
wasn't
it was. Yeah.
And we're currently in the Cotswolds.
Yeah,
right.
So he will have to.
Maybe it's
get a wiggle on.
Yeah. Okay. So let's see this. So you've just had the phone call. You've just been on the phone with Oppenheimer.
Yeah.
And you want to go and help build this bomb or drop it. Okay.
Yeah.
Right. Well, obviously you were on the phone before me.
Yeah.
Oppenheimer, friends with Einstein.
Yeah. Who I bloody love. We know this.
Yeah.
Big
Seen
fan.
the calendar.
Yeah.
No. So obviously I'm going to have to go to a various place in America. We don't know
yeah,
where it is
yeah.
yet. They
I
won't
think
tell
the
me.
desert. It's in the desert. It's a secret.
desert,
It's a secret, David.
Yeah.
You shouldn't even be telling me.
I'm sick to death of you shouting at me, love. I tell you. Yeah, you're a great mum, great Olympian, great
Yeah.
doctor, but you're an awful wife. So,
David,
anyway.
I never signed up to be a good wife. I signed up to be your wife.
Well, unless you changed the vows for you specifically, I do think you did sign up to be a good wife. But anyway, no. So I'm going to go.
I didn't say those ones.
Right, let's get back to the story. So,
Okay.
'cause, right,
But in the church, I was silent when on those bits.
Can you imagine? Yeah.
Yeah.
I never agreed.
The priest going, say it.
Yeah.
Yeah. I've got another wedding after this.
We distinctly remember I was just sort of smirking and refusing to say anything, David.
Well, that's what I used to like
So-
about you. So there's
Yeah.
right. Anyway, so I'm gonna have to go to America. I'm gonna help build this bomb, and I'm gonna drop it myself.
David, this is amazing. It could be glorious for you. You'd finally be someone I could respect. However, we all know you're never going to get in that plane. You're going to have to take a boat across to America.
Well-
That's going to take ages. By that point, the war will already be lost.
Well, I've told him I've not got a passport, so that'll get me a couple of weeks. So I'll get a boat, and I'll be fine. I'll get there. I can work on my fear of flying.
Okay,
Yeah, there's
while you're on the boat.
Well, while I'm on the boat, yeah. Yeah.
Right, and scene.
Right.
Round of applause for that act out, guys. I thought that was
That was
brilliant.
so real. That was good. Some of our act outs are like really obscure, but that felt real.
This one had everything.
Yeah, I felt I've been married for 40 years. It was,
Okay, I'm liking this. So he's basically setting sail to America in order to help Oppie with this bomb.
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
I'm just thinking about the end line, and the end line was he finally proposed.
David Smith proposed to the love of their life.
Right, okay, so there's two options here. Is the love of his life Oppenheimer? Or
Right.
is the love of his life someone he sees on the ship along the way? And
Okay.
maybe someone who convinces him that it's going to be all right.
I'll tell you who it is. There's a very attractive female scientist
Yep.
doing the bomb.
Sounds like right up my street. There's David, yeah.
He's got glass. She's got glasses and her hair's up.
Yeah. She's showing her ankles.
And when they do the Trinity test, when they drop the bomb, the nuclear wind makes her glasses fly off and her hair come down. She looks amazing.
Okay.
And when her hair comes down, it is revealed that all along she had huge breasts as well.
Okay.
That's always happened in films. The glasses come off and then the boobs go. like this.
and David's eyes go like that.
And she's glowing because there's a bit of nuclear radiation.
Yeah.
She's got months to live.
Right. Well, I'm liking this. So
Yeah.
I reckon we get to that point. Okay, we get to that
All
point.
right, yeah.
So on the ship, right? So they've got on the ship, and obviously it's full of scientists, it's full of doctors, because they're all setting sail to help with the atomic bomb.
Yeah.
Bunch of nerds.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's what the ship's called.
SS bunch of nerds.
SS bunch of nerds. Yeah. They smash a calculator to sort of set sail on the side of the ship.
They're all getting battered for lunch money when they get in on it, yeah.
Okay. So, David is on the ship, okay? David is on the ship now, and we're setting sail. We're heading towards the atomic bomb. In here is a curveball. So this is going to send the story in a bit of a different direction. If there's a blank, say David Smith. If not, just read it out. Okay? And we're just going to try and get this in the story.
David Smith bought a handgun.
David Smith bought a handgun,
He
right?
bought one.
Yeah, I love the... Well, it's... Obviously, there's a massive weapon being made over in the States, so I imagine there's, like, arms there and things like that on the ship.
Yes, and also David's like getting caught up in all like American stuff, and he's like he starts occasionally saying like sidewalk and stuff, and then he's like, and then he goes, Oppie, I'm gonna buy a gun. Shall I buy a gun? Wouldn't that be so random? And
Yeah. That's scary that conversation probably happens in America, isn't it?
yeah, shall I just buy a gun?
So, just a quick one. So is Oppie on the boat, or is he already in America?
This was on they
Like
didn't
a
have-
telegram? Is it going,
Yeah, it was
"I
a
can't
telegram
wait"?
because they didn't have the internet, did they? He was like, "Oppie, shall I buy a gun?" And then Oppenheimer wrote back, "I'm actually very busy, David." Scott, I've got quite a lot on, mate. Hope Daisy's good. Einstein's not here. He didn't want to be involved in building the bomb.
Coward.
And then he said he wrote pussy, lol. But to tell you the truth, David, you probably won't need a gun, but if you fancy it, fill your boots anyway. GTG.
Okay.
yeah, I like that. Right, okay. So he buys a handgun. Who is he buying it off? Is there someone on the boat who's like looking a bit shifty? Like, because obviously, I'm guessing you're not allowed to do that.
Yeah.
So who is he buying it off, this gun, and why is he buying it?
On the boat, weirdly, is Easy Andy from Taxi Driver. Who sells Travis Bickle all them guns?
Travis Bickle, yeah.
Do you know the bit in Taxi Driver where Travis Bickle buys like 10 guns off a guy? The guy's called Easy Andy. He's on the boat.
Yeah, I like that. Yeah.
It was his first role.
Yeah. He's very young on this boat.
I like that. Right, okay. And he buys it just because he feels like he wants to embrace the American culture.
Well, no, because there'll be a lot of back then. That was a really secret project, and there'll be a lot of spies and stuff, wouldn't there? Like Germany didn't want. And Germany and Japan didn't want America to crack the atomic bomb before them.
No.
Right, okay.
So he's probably a bit nervous as well. There's probably a lot of people, like maybe there's people going missing on the boat. Like
Also, I think that David's got a bit of imposter syndrome going into the Trinity project.
Yeah.
And so he feels insecure and like he might blow someone away.
I feel a bit insecure.
He's not.
I'm gonna shoot
He's feeling
somebody.
insecure. He's worried because that's what they're like, aren't they? These gunmen in America. And he's like, well, if they try and say I'm not doing a good job on the project, I'll do something on the project they'll never forget.
Yeah.
So he feels like that.
And then they'll instantly forget because they're dead.
Yeah, exactly. It's America. It happens all the bloody time.
Okay, I'm liking this. So he's got himself a little handgun.
What a pathetic man this guy is. You know what I mean? Like, he's bought a gun because he feels a bit insecure. His wife talked to him about that for like 30 years.
Yeah.
He's never done a skydive.
Yeah. Pathetic.
Does he give the gun a name? Has the gun got a name?
David Part 2.
Yeah, part 2. Yeah, okay.
He's rated it on the
What I
gun.
want to know, I want to hear some names from the audience for what David's gun can be called. Let's go for yourself over here. We've not heard anything from you yet. Spanner, right?
Spanner the
okay,
gun.
yeah.
To trick people. Is that a gun?
Yeah.
No, it's a spanner.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But he's like, boom, boom, boom.
Yeah, I like that. Spanner. Any advance on Spanner?
Oh,
Here we go. Let's get him one of them. Thank you. David Smith and Weston. I like that.
That's good.
Yeah, that's brilliant.
Yeah.
Spanner's still great though.
Yeah.
Yeah. That could be the gun's second name.
Yeah.
It's because it's his tool.
Yeah.
So, yeah.
Okay. Now I like the idea of obviously the ship's set sail now. It's been out there for about a week, so we're about a week away from America.
They've reached Brighton.
Yeah.
They're doing the coastal route for some reason.
Yeah, they're going the wrong way.
Yeah.
Shit.
But obviously, we're still at the point where David is still scared of jumping out of a plane.
Yeah,
Isn't he?
and he really wants to drop that bomb.
He really wants to drop that bomb, and I just like the idea of him sort of starting by diving off the ship. Do you know, like just like getting a little jumping into water
just like
sort of thing?
5 feet.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, out of the porthole.
Yeah, trying to get his little diving badge.
Yeah.
But yeah, I like the idea of maybe, is he doing it at night when no one's watching? Is it like, because I think he needs some practice before he gets to America. What do you think?
I agree. No, definitely. He actually started by jumping off his bed. And then he went. And it took him 15 minutes to even jump off the bed. He was going, "Come on, David," and he was going.
He's on the top bunk as well, and someone's underneath him. They're going, "What are you doing,
David?"
Yeah.
And the guy on the bottom bunk, who weirdly is Einstein. But he's not part of the project. He's just on the boat.
It's what a lift.
Yeah. He just wanted to go over there. And he's going, "David, either jump or don't jump. I don't care." Wasn't that good, Einstein? And
It was a great Einstein.
It was good. I have no idea what Einstein sounds like, but I imagine that was
it's
right. It
just
was.
like that. And then at one point, Einstein goes, "Even if you jump off the bed, how is that skydiving?" And David's like, "Oh, what is the air if it's not sky, you mug?" And they're fighting. They're like a squabbly pair in a
He's
sickle.
clutching at his gun in his pocket.
Yeah.
Einstein any minute. Keep talking.
Yeah.
In his head, he's thinking that. He's not saying it out loud. But
No.
he's
Jumping with the gun in his pocket. What an idiot. Yeah. Safety's always off.
Yeah.
Just in case.
Because he's dangerous David
Yeah.
Smith in the Western.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay,
No,
okay. So we starts by jumping off the top bunk. What does he move on to next after that?
He's jumping off higher and higher decks on the boat.
Yeah.
Right. Okay.
And then Einstein like gets quite into that, and he's like helping him. He's like his
Yeah.
coach.
Yeah, so you could have like,
good, yeah.
who's this lady? Who was the lady who he found beautiful?
Oh yeah,
Oh,
we've not met her
named
yet.
Oh, not met her yet,
I
okay.
don't think that the story that I've created, this is no one's fault. I don't think this story is particularly kind to women.
We know.
We've got a sexy woman with no name and big boobs, and that's all we know about.
Well,
her.
what's good is that you said it. So that's
Oh
fine.
yeah, no,
so,
I think I hate women. I think I've just
Yeah.
found out. I didn't think I did, but turns out.
No, but I like this because obviously I like the idea of like an Einstein Rocky montage sequence where he's getting him
Yeah.
jumping
just gonna
on.
say the same thing.
Yeah, and then obviously as he's doing that, we just see this sort of sexy woman, like silhouetted maybe, and just
Yeah.
sort of like watching him sort of improve
Yeah.
all the
What the
time.
fuck
Yeah.
are they doing?
Yeah.
Everyone is on this boat except Oppenheimer, who's there building the bomb, going, "Oh, "What time do you call this?"
Yeah,
Like,
yeah, yeah.
He's like, "Oh, it could have been here in 8 hours on a plane." Anyway, the lady.
woman's been watching.
She's been watching. Should we give her a name?
Yeah, let's put a name on this lady.
Vanessa.
That's a very lovely
Nice.
name. And can we have a last name for Vanessa?
Vanessa Dung.
Well, yeah, let's go with the same thing we've been talking about all year.
I thought that just
Vanessa
came out.
Dong.
Thought that came out of your mind then. I was just like, whoa,
Dong.
dong. I was like,
Yeah.
what?
Oh, we were thinking the same thing. Yeah.
So we've got Vanessa Dong, right?
Vanessa Dung.
Vanessa Dong, who's been watching
Yeah.
this little montage.
Oh, and she is just being transfixed.
yeah.
David's determination
Yeah.
has given him a youthful energy, and so has the gun. And this is really doing it.
She likes simp men.
She's,
Yeah, she really likes simp men.
Yeah.
She's like, oh
Look
God,
at
look
that.
at him, he looks so insecure.
Yeah. But do you know what? His final jump, he jumps, and and Einstein's like, "Go, David, go!" And then he lands on America. He
jumps off the ship.
and then he lands, and he's like, and he looks down, and he's like, "This is America," and he's made it.
Well, what I like
yeah.
what the final jump could be, actually, I had this idea. At the end of the montage, he goes, "You've got to jump, it's your big jump now." And Einstein pushes him.
Right.
And,
jump into
like-
the MC
and
square.
he pushes him, and he lands in America, and Einstein's like, "I told you," and David was like, "It wasn't that bad."
Yeah.
You know, like he
Yeah.
pushes him. It's,
Yeah, yeah,
it's
yeah.
out of his control.
But I do like the idea of like what
Landing
you
on a
both said
flag.
there. They've landed in America. Round of applause for David Smith for reaching America, by the way, guys. That's brilliant.
Yeah.
He's
Right.
made it.
So, it's landed in America.
Yeah.
He's on shore.
Yeah.
We're going to get another curveball in there. so
Oh,
now,
okay.
and also, maybe just before we jump in, has Vanessa Dong spoke to him yet, or has she just been admiring?
They passed each other in the ship's canteen, and they were both reaching for the last samosa,
Yeah.
and their
She
hands.
goes, "Is that a gun in your pocket? Are you happy to see me?" And he goes, "It's a gun."
And he says, he's like, he's quite rude to her. He goes, "It's my fucking gun, you nosy
Idiot.
cow."
Yeah, because he hates women, doesn't he? So
Yeah.
He's just speaking
But that's
to her.
Daisy's fault. Maybe if Daisy hadn't been such a nasty piece of work.
Well, I think because of how he's been treated by Daisy, that's how he's
Yeah.
now treating women at the
He's
moment.
now,
So
that's how he treats. That's, women need to learn to be nicer to men.
that's it, right?
That's the message of this movie.
We've been,
we'll have to release this episode with like a caveat at the
Yeah,
start. Listen,
yeah.
none of our views are reflected in this podcast. Like, there's a-
Sooz Kempner is quite anti-woman, but please don't let that sway your opinion
Yeah.
of this great story.
I can't wait to watch your show.
I'm liking this. So they've had that brief interaction in the canteen.
Yeah.
Now they're on
He
shore.
takes the samosa, by the way.
Yeah. And then they start making the way towards the facility where they're building the bomb. So they're all
Yeah.
on a bus together, maybe, and they're travelling
Yes.
towards
It's
the
a
facility.
yellow school bus.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm liking that. So now we're going to pick up a prompt,
Okay.
a little curveball,
Here
and
we
we're going
go. Yeah.
to introduce this.
Okay, yeah, this is good. They broke out in a rash.
Well,
They-
well,
They broke out in a rash.
David
Yeah.
used to be a GP.
yeah.
So is
that's
it-
maybe it's how him and Vanessa could come together.
So are we saying that Vanessa's broke out in a rash?
She broke out in a rash. Now, initially, David went, "I'll blast that rash right off you." Gets the gun out. He's pointing it at the rash.
Stop it.
And then he goes, "No, David, no, you're not American." and he puts the gun away.
What's that in America?
That's how we. That's what you because you've heard like
I've
the
got gout. We'll shoot it
Yeah,
off.
don't worry, sir. I can handle it. You'll never worry about your gout again. Well, we all know the American healthcare system is a shambles. Okay, so yeah, no, and he puts the gun away and he goes, all right, let's look at this. And he looks at the rash and he goes, this is caused by stress.
Yeah.
You need to relax, Vanessa. And she goes, I feel better already, David.
Yeah. Because that helps when people are stressed.
Yeah.
Did he say you need to
Just relax. He's going, just really relax.
Okay,
Yeah.
and what type of rash is it broke out on a leg? Is it on a face? Is it on a neck?
It's quite weepy.
Yeah.
It's quite weepy.
He's got that.
It's her back. It looks like bacon.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah.
No, it's
I'm liking
nice. It's
that.
a nice romance.
Einstein's just licking his lips, going, "Fuck it, I've got a barm cake here. Where's the brown sauce?" But okay, so
Yeah.
she's come out in a rash.
Yeah.
He's a GP. Has he brought some like ointments with him, or is it just him saying, "Just chill, it's
Just
gonna be
relax.
okay," and it just starts fading?
Yeah, it all dries up, cracks a bit. You know, it's like when you got a weepy one, you go like, oh, it's feeling better. Then it gets very cracky and it looks even worse for some reason. That's not when you pick it. Don't wait until it's really dry, then just go for it.
Yeah.
That's what he tells her anyway.
That's when it scars.
Yeah,
That's what you need.
yeah.
Yeah.
He
That's what
goes,
you want.
and he said, when this scars, which it will, you'll always remember this moment. And she goes, that's nice, David, thanks.
Yeah. That's
And then he celebrates by blasting 6 shots in the air.
Yeah.
on the bus.
Yeah.
Whoa, shit.
David!
Yeah.
David!
She's like, that's the nastiest thing a man's ever said to me.
Yeah.
I'm like,
She
can
has
we-
not been treated well.
Can we put an age on Vanessa Dong? Can we put an age on Vanessa Dong?
She's 19.
Yeah. Yeah. Yeah.
90. Right. Okay. So Vanessa Dong is 90. And
She's
obvi-
90.
Yeah.
19. Is that 19 or
I
90?
said 19.
Oh right. Did you not? Oh
yeah,
right.
I
but
think there's more
let's make her
yeah.
90. We're going to make her 90. I was just really running with
with
how much
massive-
I hate women, apparently.
Yeah,
But I imagine.
Huge boobs, 90, like the Queen.
Yeah.
Do you remember? She had massive jugs and we weren't allowed to talk about it.
And
That's the reason I watched The Crown.
she's in great shape. She's in great shape.
Yeah.
For 90.
Oh, yeah, she's spry.
Right.
Yeah.
Okay. So we've got Vanessa Dong, 90. Can we put a location? Where is Vanessa from?
I think she's got to be American, hasn't she?
She's American, but she came over on the boat from Britain
Yeah.
because she'd been studying at Oxbridge University.
Ah, right. Okay.
Yeah, she'd be doing well for herself.
Okay. And what part?
Age 90.
Age 90.
Well, you
Well,
know,
they bonded over how they both had a career change because originally she was a shot putter
Right. Okay. I'm liking that.
until she was 89.
they're like, you're not going to use this degree, love. I tell you.
Yeah.
You're not going to get a chance.
Still-
Yeah, we'll see about that.
Still beat Denmark.
Yeah, take that, Denmark.
Right, okay. So they arrive at the facility. We've got Vanessa Dong, age 90. We've got David Smith walking into the facility together. Oppenheimer greets them. Mm-hmm. What does he say? What's the first thing he says to them?
What time do you bloody call this? Been building a bomb all by myself. It's a lot of pressure. And I'm not talking about nuclear pressure fissions and that. Sorry.
And they all fall about.
And they're like, oh, that's so good.
They're just smashing the calculators together.
Yeah, he's
Oh.
shooting.
Oh my God.
Yeah,
but-
he's shooting it.
Yeah,
It's
yeah.
like, stop it, not near the bomb.
David, where did you get all this ammo?
I'm liking this. Easy Andy's just raking it in.
Yeah.
Okay. So they
Yeah.
arrive. Oppenheimer's there.
Yeah.
He's got the bomb. How far away is it from completion?
1 day.
One
But he
day.
just needs all of them for 1 day.
Yeah.
If you see the film, by the way, I'm a plagiarist. This is exactly what happens in the film. It's mostly about this guy on a boat with his 90-year-old
Nothing to do
girlfriend.
with Oppenheimer.
I know. There's a gunman, and it keeps cutting back to Oppenheimer, going like, looking at his watch, and like, yeah. So
Okay,
that's the film. It's really good.
I'm liking that.
Yeah.
So obviously we're at this moment now. It's tomorrow, and
Yeah.
Oppenheimer believes that David's there to help him for the
Yes.
last little piece of the bomb.
Yes, yeah.
And then I imagine the conversation is, "Look, Oppenheimer. Look, Oppie.
Oppie, yeah.
I know that you want me to help on the bomb, but
Yeah.
I want to be the one who drops it. I want to drop
Yeah.
with it in the sky. I've been practicing.
Yeah.
I've been practicing on the ship up it.
Yeah, I started jumping off my bed. Eventually, I jumped off the boat onto America. And Oppenheimer's like, puts a hand on his shoulder and goes, David, I'm glad you're here. Like that.
Right, do you know what? I want to see that play out, actually. I want to see. So, Ben, you're going to play Oppenheimer.
Okay.
Oppie.
Yeah.
Oppie.
Sooz, you're going to play David Smith.
Yeah.
And you're going to try and convince Oppenheimer to be the one who drops the bomb.
Right,
Okay.
David, it's so good to have you here.
Oh, it's so good to be here.
You are 4 weeks late, but
Yeah. No, it was a long boat trip. We did whole Zeebrugge.
Yeah. You did tell me you were flying, but that's fine. It doesn't matter. We'll move on from that.
I had a phobia, but it's gone now, Oppie.
Right.
It's gone.
Good. Right. Well, good.
It's so gone.
It's good that you're making this all
And,
about
and
you.
I need to celebrate.
Because I was actually trying to build a nuclear bomb to end World War II.
Yes,
But it's interesting
yeah.
you've made it all about your fear.
Yeah. Well,
of-
also, like, I don't know if this bomb will end World War II. There's a lot of nuance, but let's go for it. Don't know. We don't know if it ended the war. If it was a good thing that.
I just realised I pressed the wrong button. I wanted for an applause. And what came out was. Right, okay, carry on, keep
It
going.
ended the war just a little bit.
Yeah.
Right,
Listen,
okay, well, that's
if
our perception.
If it ends the war a little bit, then maybe it'll be worth it. And I know how I want to help.
How?
It has to be me that drops the bomb.
I'll be honest with you, usually we drop them out of planes. There's machines.
I'll go up in that plane,
Yeah.
hold it in my arms, like it was my own son.
Okay.
I have two.
Yeah. Have you seen how big the bomb is?
I want this.
Yeah, I know. Just because I know that you're really strong.
No, do you know what I learned from jumping off that bed and then eventually jumping onto America?
What?
I learned that if you really want something and
Yeah.
you work hard enough, you can achieve it. Oppie.
Maybe you don't understand physics, but there's I do.
How much does it weigh?
4 tons.
Is that metric?
2,000 gallons.
I can do this. I can do this. I feel like a young man since I met Vanessa because she's 90.
Yeah.
So she makes me feel young again. Not like Daisy.
Right.
Not like Daisy. She's made me feel like an old guy for our whole 40-year marriage since we were 16.
She does hate you. She's been sending me telegrams about how much
Has
she hates
she?
you, actually, how pathetic you are.
Well,
just before you arrived.
that's just classic Daisy. And to
Yeah.
be fair to her, she never said she was going to be a good wife.
That's his catchphrase. Yeah.
The whole family.
Yeah. To be fair to her, she
Yeah.
said that. Right. Anyway. Okay. Right. Well, you can do it if you want. It's a dangerous mission.
I'm ready for it.
Yeah.
I've got my gun. I've got my will.
Shoot
And I've
people on
got-
the way down.
If it turns out the bomb's too heavy to lift, I can shoot bits off it. That seems like a good idea.
Yeah, that's fact. Yeah, we're quite early into
listen,
nuclear bombs. So.
I am a man of science.
Yeah.
So I would know if that was a good idea or a bad one.
Well, you've got such cocksurety about yourself that
That's
yeah.
what Vanessa says.
Yeah.
I like that.
Right, you can do it. Yeah,
Yeah.
the job's yours.
Right, okay.
Thank you, Oppie.
Because no
Thank
other
you.
idiots volunteered.
I won't let you down, but nuclear war may be bad for the world.
Yeah.
It's important to just add that in.
but
I
you know-
hate women, but I don't like nuclear war.
Okay.
Tell your friends.
Maybe you would caveat that. You're like, I'll drop the bomb.
Yeah.
But just a caveat, I never said that nuclear war was good for the world.
Yeah.
You always caveat things at the end.
And then it cuts to FDR, who's like, oh.
I'm liking this, right?
Yeah,
So she's
all right.
convinced. She's convinced Oppie. She's convinced Oppie
Yeah.
that she can drop the bomb. She can
Yeah,
drop out of the sky.
David's a man, but yeah.
Yeah. Exactly. Yeah.
I think we both know a woman would never do this. They're cowards.
And then I like the idea. I like the idea of there's actually one of the a phone. They've got a phone there at the facility.
Yeah.
Yeah. And it's Daisy who's ringing.
Oh,
Daisy's ringing.
yeah.
And I think it's I'll play Daisy.
Okay.
And you once again play.
I'm David again.
You play David.
I'm getting good at it now. So yeah.
So
Being David.
I'm ringing, and
Yeah.
Oh no, you know what? I think David's ringing.
David's
to say to
calling.
Daisy, you know
Yeah.
what? I am doing it.
Yeah, and he's gonna. Yeah, I know exactly how he's gonna open the phone call.
Right. Okay.
Right, here we go.
Is it ring?
Yeah, it's
Ring.
yeah. Oh yeah, sorry. I assumed you knew our telephones.
I was like thinking, when do I answer this?
Yeah.
5 minutes of silence.
David's just waiting. You're like, oh, classic Daisy, not being on a bloody phone. Yeah.
Hello?
Sing your hook.
What?
Yeah, you heard me, Daisy. It's David, and I'm different now. And we're looking at each other.
Good.
Yeah, it's a video phone. Yeah, I'm different now, Daisy. I'm not the man who left you in the Cotswolds, just a failed skydive instructor who couldn't even jump off a bed. I'm different now, and it's all thanks to Einstein, your fella, and Vanessa. But trust me, Daisy, I had a chat with Einstein about you, and he said, I wouldn't touch her with yours, mate.
Well...
You don't even spoke yet. Just on a 5-minute monologue, you're just like, hello?
It's not a nice movie.
Well, he wasn't saying that 30 years ago. And I've got something to tell you, David.
Go on then.
The kids are Einsteins.
Well,
They've all got white hair.
that explains why they're always sticking their tongues out and that they have no respect for my weak intellect.
So, yeah, you can get with this Vanessa, I don't care. Because when Einstein comes back, why do you think he's not working on the bomb? Because he thinks I'm the bomb, okay?
Well, Daisy, it sounds like you've made up your mind, and that's good because I have too. I'm with Vanessa now until she passes away in 2 to 3 months.
End phone call. Round of applause for that. I think that was brilliant.
He ends the call by going,
He shoots the phone. Well, that's the last call this phone will ever make.
Right, okay, I'm liking
it's
this.
the only phone at the place.
And then he's like, oh shit, I can't call Andy. I need more bullets, Andy.
I'm liking this, right? 'Cause
Yeah.
We've got about 5 minutes to wrap up the story.
Okay, right.
So I imagine, right?
Yeah.
So obviously the ending, we've got he marries, he proposes.
Proposes to Vanessa, but he does it by, get this, he makes the mushroom cloud spell out, will you marry me?
Oh, I'm liking this. Just programming it before it goes
Yeah,
out.
well, he shoots holes in the mushroom clouds. Perfectly. Well, and it's like, pew, 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 will you marry me?
Right,
And
okay.
So
she's
that
like,
none of us are scientists.
David. Yeah.
If we were scientists, it would knackered.
Yeah.
Our
I'm liking
understanding
this.
of nuclear bombs. They just
right.
shoot holes in it. It's like-
I'm liking this, right? So
Yeah.
what's happening is this. It's the next day.
Okay.
The plane is going to get sent up.
Yeah.
David's in his little aeroplane gear. He's getting strapped
Yeah.
in. And then I like the idea of him having a conversation with Vanessa before going up.
The
in
plane
plane.
started, he's got his goggles on, his scarf's going like backwards for some reason, even though they're on the ground. It's going blah, 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 like behind him, like Spaniel's ears. And Vanessa goes, David, wait, like that.
yeah, she walks over really slowly.
Yeah. She's making her way across the runway. David's like seeing her and going, oh, hang on. And he's looking at his watch. He sort of taps the little dials on the plane. That's what they did then, wasn't it? Like taps them all.
Yeah.
And it does it. He does it 15 times because she's taking so long. And she gets to the plane. She goes, David, be careful. And he went, well, obviously I'm going to be careful. I wasn't going to just like freewheel with this, was I? And he's like, bloody women. But he does love her. And then...
And I like the
Yeah.
idea of... I like the idea of Vanessa going, you don't have to do this. Because he literally
David.
doesn't have to do this.
David, you don't need to pick up the 4-ton bomb in your own arms.
It's actually harder to make him drop it.
Yeah.
They're like, we've had to adapt the plane.
Yeah. Being a GP is actually a good profession. There's a shortage. And and he's like, Vanessa, I've made up my mind. And she says, I know, and a single tear. And she hasn't been able to produce tears for a long time. She's not well.
It's all the radiation.
Yeah, bloody radiation.
It's
and
the rash. The rash has come back. She's stressed.
yeah, she's producing tears out her back.
Yeah.
Little pus
Okay.
ones.
She looks like a reptile. She's
Yeah,
like that,
yeah. David does go, sometimes I don't know why I love you, Vanessa.
And I'm liking this, right? So,
Yeah.
I'm liking this. So, he gets on the plane.
Yes.
He gets on the plane. Do you know, like, when like the plane door comes up like that and it sort of closes it? And I like the idea of like Vanessa just sort of like a final wave.
Very slowly, like Biden does these days. Have you seen how slowly he waves? Like,
Yeah.
oh, it's like, why are you waving slowly? Anyway.
She's like, why am I here?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I don't think I've got the expertise that was required for this. Yeah.
Playing start, she gets blown away because she's so old.
Yeah. And actually, that's when her hair and glasses.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And
I
he's like,
that.
and he goes, boing, 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 boing.
Yeah, the door comes up.
Yeah.
The gust of wind sort of blows through her, blows that back. Her dress
Yeah.
falls off. She's
Yeah.
got a massive rat.
Yeah.
Like,
Yeah. Her skin's back, so she looks young. She's like, bloody
He's
hell.
"Oh,
like, wow, Vanessa,
he's
you
like
look
that.
60.
Get me off the plane.
Yeah.
Get me
I've
off the
changed
plane.
my mind.
But no, he's gone. He's
Yeah.
accepted his fate. He's up
He's
in
in
the
the
air.
air. Yeah.
He's 30,000 feet.
And
Yeah.
while he's up there, he's like gets a moment of, because he's got imposter syndrome, he gets a moment of like, oh no, I can't do this, and then a montage plays in his head of like nuclear fissions joining together and like going pew, and then like him jumping off the bed and Einstein clapping, and then Daisy going like shaking her head, and then eventually the final bit of the montage is just like slow motion on Vanessa's face, and then it cuts back to David. He goes, I can do this, and he picks up that bomb.
Yes, I'm
4
liking
tons
this.
of it.
I'm liking this.
Yeah.
And it's a Ryanair plane as well.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh yeah. Oh, and the music that's playing is Welcome to the Jungle, Guns N'
Yeah.
Roses.
Guns N'
but
Ju-
like a slow version by Sia.
Okay.
Yeah. Like, do you mean like a music hall version of it?
Yeah.
I'm liking this, right? So
Welcome to the jungle. We've got fun and games. Yeah.
That's by Fred Dibner.
So 30,000 feet.
Yeah.
It's gonna drop.
Yeah.
He's ready. Counting down. 5,
4,
4, 3,
2, 1. Yeah.
He's out.
and he's just out.
Yeah.
And he's floating. There's this ecstasy running through
Yeah.
his mind. Yeah.
Yeah.
Does he manage to latch onto the bomb? Is he just sort of on top of it, holding it?
He kind of high fives it. He's like, go on, son, like that. Because he
pushing it
considers
down.
the bomb. Yeah, it goes down even faster because David goes, ah, like that.
Right,
and while
okay.
he's in the sky.
And obviously, because he is a skydiver, he's
Yeah.
in my head, he's never had a parachute. But now I'm
No.
thinking, has he got a parachute?
He's fully trained. He was just never able to get on a plane.
Right,
to
okay.
do the, yeah.
But
to
no,
do-
he's going down. He's on
Yeah.
the bomb. It's about 10,000 foot away.
Yeah.
Does he rip the parachute and then he gets caught on something and we've got that bit of
Oh
drama?
yeah, he gets caught in the bomb, and he's like, "Son, no!" like that. Even though he had nothing to do with this bomb, as we've discovered, he basically is just dropping the bomb. But he's decided it's like his son, and he's like, "Son, please, no!" And the bomb goes, "Father, I have to keep you with me." Look, Oppenheimer is a weird movie,
Yeah.
and he goes.
You're not a scientist, Susie.
Yeah, I should add now, I am not a woman of STEM. And he's like going, son, I love you, but you need to let me go.
Yeah.
And finally the bomb cries, it sheds a single tear.
Yeah.
It's
You
a-
remind me of Vanessa.
Yeah. And he kisses it on the forehead. Bombs have a forehead.
His lips burn 'cause it's
Yeah,
radioactive.
he's like, his body, his innards start turning to soup. And then the bomb lets him go, and he carries on floating down, and he just sees the bomb like explode on the ground.
Yeah.
A roaring success. And then he shoots "Will you marry me" into the
Yeah,
mushroom
and then
cloud.
for some reason, Vanessa is where he lands.
Yes.
Yeah.
She made her way over there. Yeah. She
Yeah.
in one of those cars that's got a horn that goes.
And he lands. He's parachuting down from the sky.
Yeah.
She's just screaming, "You did it!
You did
You
it,
did
David.
it!
Yeah.
You did it!"
Yeah, but
And
he's
then
passed out.
yeah.
He's very stressed.
And you know what? She's actually stood nearby a church. And
Oh, yeah.
And he glides towards it.
Yeah.
He
In
glides-
Japan in World War II.
No, wait, it's,
No, this is the test site.
Okay, right.
Where they did, to be fair, they did drop it off a tower. But you've got to have some digressions from the
Yeah.
actual Oppenheimer story, haven't you,
yeah,
in
we
our
can't
story?
plagiarise it,
Yeah,
you know.
so this is the one bit that's different. There's a plane.
So
Yeah.
he floats towards the chapel,
Yes.
and then they both walk down.
No,
the-
I think she's already at the end of the aisle. And
Oh!
he floats in.
He
And
floats-
he looks in and he goes, he's like, calm down, love, like that. And then he realises, no, it's now or never, because she will soon be dead.
Yeah.
So he
And she owns a lot of property.
She's doing well. She's done well for herself as a shot putter.
Always
you know,
beats Denmark. But
Yeah.
what happens is he floats to the end of the aisle.
Yeah.
It's the same priest as what married him.
And Daisy.
And Daisy. And then he start doing the vows, and the priest going, please say it back.
Yeah.
Please say it back. Yeah.
Please say you'll be a good wife.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Will you take David to have and to hold
Yeah.
for all eternity?
Yeah. And she goes.
As
She
long as
goes.
you both shall live.
You go on.
Well, she just goes, of course I will. I always dreamed of being a good wife. And then David goes, like that, he can't believe it.
Yeah.
He can't, because he thought women were all just cows and that.
Yeah.
But he found the one good one.
Yeah. And then he jumps in the air.
Yeah.
He jumps
Fires his gun.
and fires his gun. And the shock kills her.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But at the happiest moment of her life.
At the happiest moment of her life.
She's had a terrible life.
Round of applause for Sooz Kempner, everybody. Absolutely fantastic. So, close to wrapping this up, I'd just like to find out, let's get a name for this story. What could this be called?
Oppenheimer.
Any advance on just plagiarising Oppenheimer? What could it be called? We need a name for it. So we've had nuclear war. We have had a love interest. We have had parachutes. We've had skydiving. We could have sky's the limit, maybe. I'm trying to think, like a little play on words.
Like bad wife, good life.
Bad wife, good life.
Yeah, something like that. Yeah, I don't know.
Top gun,
Yeah.
because he likes his gun.
To be fair, he loves that the most, doesn't he?
Yeah.
Any advance? Any ideas,
suggestions?
guys? Come on. We've got a hive of creativity in here. I can feel it.
Okay.
Go on. Yeah.
Nice.
Yeah. What was that again?
That sounds like
Bullets
an
over
Bullets
Cloudway.
over
It
Cloudway.
sounds like a really good album.
That's good.
Yeah, it does. Yeah.
Yeah.
So it's poetic. I'm liking it. So it's called Bullets Over Cloudway, this story.
Yep.
Thank you very much. Round of applause to this gentleman here.
Yeah.
Thank you very much. So, guys, this has been the All Made Up podcast with Sooz Kempner. Thank you for coming. As you'll know, there's thousands of shows at the Fringe. Obviously, we massively appreciate you coming to ours. Sorry that Harry couldn't be here, but...
I'll be honest with you, it's a better show.
yeah, it was a better show without him. Yeah.
Without him here. Yeah.
But having said that, his show is called Grenade. That is at the Underbelly, and that starts at 5:45. He's been selling it out every day. It's been done 8 on the bounce. If he does it today, it's 9. If you're free for that, go and check that out. Me and Ben and Harry, the show next door starts at 3:15. We run Killer Comedy Club. So what that is, it's just us doing 20-minute sets because we're all stand-up comedians. So if you're free for that, come and join us there. And Sooz, where can they find your show?
Oh, yeah. Class of 2000. It's on at Underbelly, Bristow Square at 4:40. It did sell out yesterday. And maybe it will today if you play your cards.
So if you can reach Sooz's show, that'd be great. As you know, this is a pay what you want show. If you bought tickets already, thank you very, very much. Much appreciated. If you do have anything to spare or you could give stuff to, like give us any money, that'd be great. We think the show's worth a tenner. If you think it's worth more, we accept more. If you think it's worth less, give us less. And if you don't give us anything, just look us in the eye. But we really do appreciate you being here. We take cash or card, and our podcast called the All Made Up Podcast. Check us out online. We've got 60 odd episodes with loads of different comedians, magicians, writers. It's a good laugh, and we're going to come back next year. But once again, a round of applause for Sooz Kempner.
Thank you.
Thank you very much.
This has been All Made Up. Thank you very much for coming, guys.
Cheers, guys.
It's all